Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Trails Through Daybreak II Part 54. In the previous video we progressed the story, had some crash outs, which I think moratorium on the crash outs for this video, probably, you know? Or at least if we do crash out, it'll be a lower intensity crash out. Because I did redo the party, I finally just took the time to take like the 15 minutes before I went to bed yesterday to set everyone up. Now you may be wondering, why Katra? Me too, honestly, because as soon as I loaded in the game, I was like, why is Katra in the party? Is there anyone else who would have been better? Yeah, I think Nadia is just better than him. At least like his crafts, like her crafts are better. At least, I mean, they're fine. Like, at least there's something usable there with the heal, but we don't use the shield, so. I mean, the shield is probably good, but we don't use it. And Nadia, you know, can give CP, which is nice, but, you know. I'm trying to remember, how did we set everyone up? You're just, like, support, and you two are kind of damagey, I suppose. Okay, so yeah, your problem is that your hollow core is rank 1, so you're gonna suck for like a few battles, and then you're supposed to be Mirage, and you're supposed to be Time? I guess, yeah? Something like that? I don't know.
Whew, that hits the spot.
I do feel like setting up characters takes way longer in this game because of the shard
Having the guild
stuff.
on our side is definitely a boon. But that doesn't mean we're out of the woods.
Those devices are probably all over the island. The situation isn't any less dangerous than before.
Well, all we can do now is take things one thing at a time.
Which is,
Enemy sighted. Be careful.
what was I saying? Oh yeah, about the setting up, which is part of the reason why I avoid it, plus just the much lower time to record, so I don't want to like pause or do it
treasure.
in the middle of the video for like 10 minutes.
Careful, I sense an incredible aura.
Incredible aura. Damn true. Damn true. So, I guess we're just trying to explore before we progress the main story. Make sure we get all the treasure chests. Okay, do we have a... We don't have sea chests, I don't think. Now, apparently it should work if you're in the back line. I think somebody said that to me like a month ago. And wait, treasure, yeah, treasures. That makes sense, just making sure. Oh, no, there they are, okay. Because I was wondering, because like I didn't see them on the mini-map, but like I knew there were a bunch. Alright, well, let's go back. Because we'll probably have to run through those areas later. I'm honestly surprised they're letting us go there already. I would think they'd be like, oh, you gotta turn back and do it in order, but I guess like we could run through the whole area and pick up all the chests and then have to backtrack maybe, but don't really want to do that. This must be the cave. Guess we've arrived at the first checkpoint. Are you ready to take a peek inside? And remember, this is all part of the Oathbreakers tour, so we need to proceed with utmost caution. Well, should we go in? Eh, sure, whatever. Ah, we've been trapped. What's going on? I can't move. It's those talismans again. Must be Sal's handiwork.
Oh, well done. You're right on the mark.
Why would Sal give a shit?
You fell right into our trap, you stupid little problem solvers!
Is that woman from Zect Arms? Wait, why does she get voice acted and I don't? You two are working together?
Oh, hardly. This is merely a temporary alliance.
But like, why?
We both want the 2 pieces of the Genesis that's
Okay.
presently in your possession.
You know what? I'll accept that.
Oh, and I want payback for you making a fool of me in Messeldom. Who's laughing now, huh?
We'll get you for this. It's no use. I can't move a muscle. This is bad.
My apologies. I take no pleasure in stabbing a former ally in the back.
Van, you need to go Lloyd mode and break out of that shit, man.
Don't fret. You have my word that I won't do anything too terrible. Rest well. Okay, that's our cue.
Okay, or you get saved in a cutscene. Yeah, I have no fucking player agency here. Well, not player agency, but main character agency. I'm just saying, back in the day, Van would have summoned the power of anime friendship and break out through sheer force of will. You came!
Well, we did agree to help you. I just didn't expect you'd need us so soon.
So what if you don't do that other thing? Do they show up and they're like, we're gonna fight you too, because you're evil?
This is as good a time as any to find out more about what happened in Messeldom and Longport. Don't you guys agree?
Oh, you guys didn't read Van's notes?
Oh, you didn't tell me they had friends in the guild!
Now would be a good time to make our exit.
Oh no you don't.
We'll hold them off. Go!
Just be careful, okay? As long as they've got Gaolang, they're gonna be a force to be reckoned with.
You mean the guy that we beat up in the very last story section? Right, thanks you two.
You didn't bring the immovable with you? How disappointing.
Well, sorry that we're not good enough.
I guess, yeah, I guess we do, in theory, have Shizuna in the party last time, so this makes, I guess it makes a little bit more sense if you respect her as a character. That, like, oh, he'd still be a threat, because there is kind of an element of, like, we literally just fought this guy and beat his ass when he had extra help, but...
I figured you'd be here. You ain't the types to turn tail and run for the hills.
Looks like your plan went up in smoke, Sao. That's unlike you. You should have listened to my counsel. These weaklings did nothing but drag us down.
In my defense, my plan didn't account for the Bracers' untimely arrival.
Huh? Who are you calling weaklings, sourpuss?
Shut up, woman. I wasn't speaking to you.
Yeah, you don't gotta say it like that. It kind of makes you sound a little... So much for that temporary alliance. Now they all hate each other. Beating them should be a cakewalk. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Sounds already tough as nail. Yeah, like a rusty nail. It's been sitting around for fucking 100 years. But Gaolang is another beast entirely. He's the most powerful practitioner of the Gecko School, and he was in league with one of the twins back in Longport. Uh-huh. We learned he was working hand in hand with the Oathbreaker, did we? Is that what we learned? I don't remember. What's your angle here, Sal? What was with all that talk about cleansing the rot within Heiyue? Brother, the place sucks. He was actually spitting on that part. I mean, honestly, Sal was spitting at the end of the last chapter for the most part. Our arrangement with the Harwood was strictly temporary. We're no longer under contract with them. We provided information regarding the Genesis fragment we had in our possession, and in exchange, he lent us Yorda. She was one of the many necessary tools I needed to see my but like, what did she do again? Because, like, basically Sal's master plan was just saying, I'm gonna make my own family, and then everyone's like, okay, you earned it, buddy. Keep at it, partner. Wasn't really, like, any machinations going on. In other words, he used her as a means to get the Lees recognized as a legitimate family. Grab yourself a seat. But, like, what did she do? How could you betray Ashen and all the people who took you in for such a selfish reason? It's the mob, guys. What a foolish child you are. Heiyue's history is rife with conspiracy and betrayal. Members of the inner circle have fought and crushed each other countless times. Yeah, he's actually spitting. In the midst of that power vacuum, Cao took charge and blazed a trail through Daybreak II for the next generation. It is a monumental achievement, and that's why we're married. Only one who has only lived a life of leisure and lady, I mean, not lady. Bruh. Lady there is a child soldier. I wouldn't really call it a life of leisure and comfort. Didn't get the chance to ask you this last time. Why are you helping Cao? I don't really get it. And don't think me any bullshit I want to restore the Lai family name.
I would never. I have no interest in a family that has already fallen from grace. I'm nothing more than a lost, wayward soul who was plucked from the streets and raised as a warrior.
Okay, so you're like Fairy then. The person you just insulted.
All I seek now is satisfaction.
And I can't get no.
Satisfaction for an unquenchable thirst and an insatiable hunger. This pain has plagued me since I was a small child. That's what drove me to Heiyue, a den of monsters who are locked in an unending battle for supremacy.
Gaolang, the #1 argument for public mental health. Like, little bro just needed some therapy.
I determined that there was no better house to throw my support behind than the Lee family.
Why you gotta say it like that?
You piece of shit!
And once again, the Lee family is one guy.
I get it. You helped get that new family established, and now you're biding your time until Heiyue gets its foothold back in the underworld. Then all that's left is to wait for the real power struggle to get going.
Once that happens, you will always be in someone's crosshairs. That's what you're really after, isn't it?
I feel like there's easier ways to get strong people to fight you than to pick a fight with Heiyue, who have basically done, like, nothing. Like, in terms of threatening criminal organizations in the canon, they're, like, not... They're maybe top 5 out of the 5 we have?
Wait, he wants to have a target on his back?
Like, I don't know. I'd rather, like, if, you know, piss off the church, piss off Ouroboros, piss off, like, even the Bracer Guild.
I desire neither approval nor understanding. But if you choose to stand between me and my goal...
Any of the various Jaeger Corps.
By all means, come at me. I would very much like to rectify my defeat in Longport.
Can feel his bloodlust from here.
Bastard!
Hey! I feel like we're being totally ignored here! Go, you useless cretins! If you see a window to snatch the fragments, take it!
Yes, ma'am.
This is getting good.
What in the...
Why are you here? You're not seriously trying to help us, are you?
You got it! Like I said earlier, we made a deal, and our support is part of the package.
Okay, well that does make us look a little sus.
Think of me as your trusty tour guide.
I didn't think they would actually join us in fights.
Just what we need. More layers of confusion to clear up later.
I didn't think you had actually made a deal with Harwood. You're just full of surprises, aren't you? If the Oathbreaker truly is on your side, then that's all the more reason to retrieve those fragments.
But, like, you gave him one. You can't say anything.
I'm sure the Lee family will find some use for them in the near future.
You make it sound like the end's already been decided.
Well, it has. This fight's gonna end with me beating the ever-loving shit out of you!
Ooh, sorry, Aaron.
Gonna pay for what you did to Austin!
You got benched. Maybe if you'd done better in the last fight. Maybe if you didn't have like a... Oh my god, always the first turn plus, man.
Now, let us see if you can satisfy me.
Oh yeah, also, I didn't actually have the Gladiator headband equipped. So that's one apology. I did feel like Van was charging his CP so slow. But when we upgraded it, we had to unequip it. And I forgot to re-equip it. So that was also part of the reason why that last fight was so damn annoying. I don't really know, like, I would like you to ult, but
I'll take you on. Think fast. Take this. Keep it up.
I'm hoping that'll pay for itself.
There's nowhere to run.
By you getting punched in the face. Oh, it'd be so good if you could have ulted, man. Actually, I don't know if his combo counts on our combo or not. Yeah, get his ass.
Sealed blade.
Now or never.
Me when I'm golfing.
Keep it up. It's working. Ha! Shoot it. I'm going.
Developer.
Yeah, I feel like Magic's maybe a little bit better. I don't know. It's just a... Yeah, the jury's still out.
Stop right there.
I'll take you on.
I mean, that was an unbuff. I mean, granted, of course, it was because it hit like 1,000 people. That helps. Oh wait, oh, you guys are fighting each other? Or you can... Or you were bewitched. You may have been bewitched. You got another zero art? That's... like... Well, that's just not... It's not a fair comparison in that case. Wait, did I use the wrong ability?
There! Catcher, your turn!
Here goes.
Fan? Oh, there you go, buddy.
Time for the main event. Vandalize Rain!
Honestly, a little disappointing on the damage output. I guess they're not buffed. But I would have thought with all the extra juice, we would have done a little bit more. No offense.
Come any closer and I kill you.
Okay. I feel like you probably want us to come closer. Wow, that's expensive.
All or nothing.
But I guess she hasn't actually used any mana.
Skill. Here's a little more.
It's all you.
Okay, and then, you know, a little... No, you're all healed.
Activating drive. There!
You remain as skilled as ever.
This is exactly what I've been craving.
Thanks, pal.
Shoot it! It's go time! This one's gonna knock your socks off!
Yeah, I think that'll get him.
I hope you're ready.
Now for the climax! Grim Knight Wall! Catcher, your turn!
It'll get... Well, it should get Cao. Gaolang, the jury's still out on.
Unleashing full strength. Lance mode activates. Digama driver.
Man, Catcher's ult is so funny.
My hunger remains.
Nice.
That felt a little bit better.
Stop here!
I leveled up.
I guess also taking the time to actually make sure everyone's set up helps speed it along. Because that was one thing, was we were missing I think we had stuff in every slot earlier, but it wasn't necessarily the most optimal thing. Like we were like missing upgrades and stuff. Well done. How do you like that? Me when I don't help at all. We managed to suppress them for the moment. Me when I didn't do anything. That fight was intense. There's no evil doing in the world that can beat the power of love and friendship, am I right, guys? I mean, he's not wrong. He's kind of spitting. And I mean, he got that one big hit off. What friendship? No one here likes you. Hey. I mean, like... No. He's okay, I guess. Yeah, get lost. You're annoying. Oh, you guys are hurting my feelings. I mean, his character archetype, it's a trope that's like super overused, but one that I kind of like, so the fact that it's used so much doesn't really bother me. What's a girl gotta do to find a decent henchman these days? You know what they say, if you want the job done right, do it yourself? Oh. But like... Okay. Can't we just beat it up? That thing's been on the whole time? Feels like you probably should have deployed it when you were at max strength, you know? Now that you're all tuckered out after a long... But like, we'd be more tuckered out if we had to fight a robot at the same time. My newest tool, I have no trouble disposing of a lot of you. I'll squash you in Heiyue like the bugs you are, and those fragments will be mine. So, you've been planning to do this from the very start? Wow, what a bitch. An ill-conceived play. I mean, she looked kind of cool when it was exploding behind her. I can't whistle. He destroyed it in a single blow. Yet he still got his ass beat, so man, we must be really strong. Did you really think we wouldn't notice the telltale signs of treachery? They were written all over your face. Get out of my sight. You aren't even worth killing. Well, what? Why does this always happen to me? Don't leave us behind. Okay, them running after is kind of funny too. Now with those bumbling buffoons out of the picture, what do you say we pick up where we left off? Bro, Sal's about to have a stroke. Oh, come on. You can still fight? Yeah, so can we. We're literally at max HP, girl. Yeah, he's got to be in his last legs. Like that would stop me. I was hoping I could take on the immovable once he moved outside, but I suppose I can make do with you. Brother. I don't... His annoyance levels are really high up there. Like, I think he clears Kasum. Like, I think he's more annoying than Kasum right now. Shizuna, well, Shizuna's weird, alright? It's... If we just never read that damn Reverie side story, I probably wouldn't be as much of a Shizuna hater as I am. I will fight until my dying breath, or until my thirst for battle has been satisfied. Oh no. The legendary Sao Tickle attack. Not in front of the guests. What the heck's going on here? Oh, thank goodness you're here. Wow, sure mopped up those goons fast. I mean, we mopped up goons pretty fast too. Aren't you? Yeah, that's the kid who slipped in here during the scuffle. You're one of the little brats who with those poison devices all over the island, aren't you? Crap. Look at the time, got a jet! Brother, you can teleport. Hey, get back here! We're going after him. You have all the things under control here, right? I guess. Have fun.
Just what do you think you're doing, Sao?
I'm simply giving you one final little test. I need to know if you're worthy of serving the Lee family!
What are you saying?
Bro, if you get your ass beat by Sao, oh my god, that'd be so embarrassing for you.
Aren't you the one who told me you would give meaning to my struggle? And a purpose for all my fighting? That's the whole reason why I decided to follow you in the first place. You know my resolve is firm. So why test me?
This really does sound like a lover's spat, man. This is basically canon as far as I'm concerned.
I'm afraid resolve alone isn't sufficient. This test is critical to the future of the Lee name.
Like, they knew what they were doing.
I must know if Gaolang, master of the Gekka School of Martial Arts, is truly worthy of taking on his true name of Fun Lee and becoming the head of our new family.
Is that like a Heiyue marriage proposal?
He's a Lee?
You aren't pulling our legs, are you?
Of course not. Gaolang, you are my younger brother.
Oh, that's
We
as
are
far as Trails is
connected
concerned.
by name and by blood.
That just makes it even more likely. That just like that canonized it 100%. Okay, because I was like really confused for a second. Like, he wants him to be the leader, because I guess Sal still wants to be in the shadows or something. Also, younger brother, really? I mean, I guess I didn't really think of him as... I mean, I know Sal's like supposed to actually be kind of old. He just always throws me off. Because, I mean, if you were to like just present those two characters out of context, I would say Gaolang is older, personally. He's a younger, right? Yeah. The current Council of Elders in Heiyue is made up of 8 families. Up until 20 years ago, there was also a 9th family among them, and that was the Lee family. Not as influential as the Liu family, the Lees commanded respect and were entrusted with the care of several critical trade routes. Then on one fateful day, they fell a prey to trickery and were forced out of the council. You gonna elaborate, or? One by one, the Lee family members were subjected to accidents and wrongful convictions, and eventually the family met its demise. However, 2 successors to the Lee name survived. The elder, the two who knew all that had transpired, was taken in by the Liu family. The whereabouts of the younger one were unknown. That was until the end of last year, when the Lai family fell from favor, and the truth of your lineage had finally been brought to light. You said 20 years ago? Like... Because this... I guess it depends on how much younger you're supposed to be. Because I think Sal's supposed to be like 30 or some nonsense. So he would be able to remember. But I mean, I guess if Gaolang's supposed to be like 20 in a little bit, I guess it would make sense he wouldn't remember. But I don't know, he just doesn't look that young. No offense. When all was said and done, it was the Lai family that slandered the Lee name and plotted against us all those years ago. They even kidnapped you as a child and gave you a false name and raised you as an emergency collateral. Though your innate talent for the martial arts was no doubt a welcome surprise. When the Lai family realized that Gaolang was far too valuable an asset to lose, they elected to keep your true heritage a secret. I confess that even I had nearly given up on the notion that you were still alive. Then the truth came out after the Lai family's downfall? And that's when Sal sprung into action. He wanted to bring his lost brother home. He could have written a letter. But I mean, granted, I don't really think he did anything wrong in the first place, so... Although I'm the founder of the current Lee family and its current acting head, I am not one for the spotlight. I much prefer to work behind the curtain than take center stage. For the Lee family to hold its position, we need a more stable, stalwart pillar in place at the top. Brother, your brother's kind of like crazy in the head. I don't really know if I would describe him as stable. That is why I wish to pass that mantle on to you. Having attained such incredible martial arts prowess at your age, and with your insatiable lust for power, I believe you have potential to bring about a new dawn for the Lee family as our head and our leader within the council. I mean, I get Sal's whole I want to operate from the shadows, but like in terms of leading a group of people and navigating Heiyue politics, wouldn't he be way better than Gaolang, who's like, I would punch them? Which, I mean, it will probably work for a little bit. I have lived my life knowing only this insatiable hunger. I grew up a member of the Lai family, and even so, I never felt I had a place where I truly belonged. I trained and trained and trained, but it was never enough. No matter how much power I amassed, the void within me was never filled. Now you tell me this is who I've been all along? But like, I don't know, I don't place that much like importance on like family stuff, like, you know, heritage and whatnot. Like, honestly, who gives a shit? But like, I wouldn't really change anything. It's basically some dude I've talked to for like 2 weeks is like, hey, I'm your brother, by the way. I'm like, okay, you're still like a stranger.
You know, I admired you, Sao. I thought of you as something of a kindred spirit, given how we were both taken in by families that weren't our own. Also, I respected that you didn't merely speak with your fists, unlike me. You used your cunning and wit to achieve your own ends. Though I never could have imagined you were my brother all along.
So you don't have to keep doing the hand stuff.
So, you did all this to find your lost brother and restore your family name. How utterly pitiful. If this was the culmination of all your scheming, then you're nothing more than a naive, idealistic fool.
And why are you bringing this up now? This is a very random spot for this.
Don't misunderstand. I assure you, reuniting with you was of tertiary concern. I may be abdicating my status as head of the household, but that is only so I could focus my efforts on what I do best. In time, it will become abundantly clear which of us is on top.
I'm telling you, they knew what they were doing.
I see now. Your plan is to have me serve as a figurehead, while you call the shots behind the scenes.
I mean, yeah, that...
What a relief.
Impressive.
I won't be taking on that role anytime soon. I still need time to determine if you're worthy. So, convince me, Cao Li, brother of fun. Convince me that you're worthy of being the one to pull my strings. That you're the only man who can truly satisfy my thirst for power.
I'll do more than that. I look forward to making you mine, Gaolang.
Telling you, they knew what they were doing. Shortly thereafter, Cao and Gaolang departed to the caves, taking the rest of their entourage in tow. Van's group, however, stayed behind so they could explore more of the area. Like, why just random? It just felt... I mean, it's fine, whatever. I mean, I guess you gave Gaolang the very slightest bit of character development. I don't know if I'd really call that development. I guess more fleshing out of the character, because he didn't really change or anything. But it's just so random to bring that up at this point. That was a weird thing to sit through. It was like they had that idea, but like they didn't know how to bring it up earlier. So now they're just like, let's randomly have a scene where they talk about their familial bonds in front of us after getting their ass kicked and then walk away? You're telling me. I didn't really get what their deal was, but all's well that ends well. At the very least, I think this means the conflict, so then Heiyue will die down for a while. It's like, that's a scene that probably should have happened at the end of the last chapter, but they were probably like, oh man, this is like taking a really long time. Or something? I don't know, that just felt like something, just, I don't know, so weird. Just something's off about that sequence. I'm still reeling what we just learned. Who would have guessed that Gaolang was actually Cao's brother this whole time?
You satisfied now? Finally got what you always wanted. You You've done a lot for me over the years, so tell me, is that because
You were a stand-in for the younger brother I lost? If I said yes, would you accept that answer? My ambitions go far beyond this. I'm only just getting started. I'll be awaiting the day you choose your own path.
Bastard thinks he can say whatever the hell he wants and then walk away like it's nothing. I'll get his one day. I'll make damn. But like, what did he do, man? I'm like, okay, he made Ashen sad. Who cares? She needed to hear it. Honestly, like, I get it. He was like a little rude and a little too harsh, but it's better than like stringing her along, and it's much better than like going along with it for the girl that he like knew as a literal child when he was like almost an adult. Let's drop this for now. We got way more important shit to worry about than that spectacled jackass and his all brawn, no brains crony. Won't argue with you there. Definitely have our hands full right now, that's for sure. I wonder if Elaine and Zen are alright. Dead, I'm afraid. I'm sure they're fine. They wouldn't let one little brat get the better of them. It'll be midday soon. We should hurry up and inspect this place so we still have some daylight left. Okay. Evil rock. What is this? It's a Gaolang. He's a space alien? Maybe? The jury's still out on what he was supposed to be? Whatever it is, it clearly wasn't made for pious purposes. Maybe it's an altar that was used by indigenous people for animistic ceremonies. I think there was one just like these in the ruins near the villa. Still, there's something off about it. No kidding, just looking at that thing gives me the heebie-jeebies. It carries with it a different air compared to the one in the ruins. That guy wants us to rate these checkpoints, right? I'm giving it a negative 100 out of 10. If someone brought me here on a date, I would have bawled my eyes out. I wouldn't worry about giving him feedback. I doubt anyone's seriously considering this a tour anymore. I am. You okay, Van? Yeah, just thinking. There's gotta be some meaning behind this tour of his. Then again, this is the Oathbreaker we're talking about. Probably doesn't mean shit. You're only realizing that now? Come on, man. You should know by now that screwing with people is his whole shtick. That's all there is to it, trust me. Anyway, if it's all the same to everyone, I'd rather us not stay here much longer. Assume we're done here. We can move on to the next location? Cool with that? Okay, 2 checkpoints left to go. An abandoned facility west of the undeveloped area and some ruins on the other side of the cave near the resort. We need to cover more ground if we're going to hit both of them before sundown. Wait, is that our ruins that we were at? Yeah, I guess it was. Well, yeah, because that's the mountain range. The island is quite vast, and I'm sure there are other areas we'd like to investigate as well. We have no knowledge of the other party's movements or intentions, so we had best tread carefully. Either way, we can't just sit here twiddling our thumbs. Let's pick up thumbs? Yeah, twiddling my thumbs. Okay. We do have a few little optional places. That's back at the damn beach. We can just go back home, really? Or to the resort? You think they still got the hang gliding, paragliding, parasailing, whatever you call it? You think we can still make some cocktails?
Seriously? It's already noon? Maybe we should head back to the villa for a bit.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'd like to check up on Nina.
While we are there, we can explore other means of finding the remaining checkpoints.
I'm a bird.
I smell treasure.
That's Van's thing. He's the one who smells. Okay, we are about to call it here in a second, but I guess we'll...
Watch it.
That one's big.
Try and get this treasure chest. But alright, yeah, I mean, that was just a weird section, I guess. Are you out of your mind? It's all the way down there? I can't get down there. I guess I can walk. Well, let me save it, because I don't want to proc a cutscene or anything. If we get too close. But yeah, just, okay, I did do that, which I don't want to do. Just a weird section. I don't know. I don't really have much of an opinion on Cao and Gaolang being brothers. It's, you know. Alright. We'll call it here. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.